Hey guys, this is Klassen, your librarian. I'm trying to help you through your personal project with making sure you know what's available to you. And we're going to start today with Limitless Libraries. We have a new website this year that's really streamlined, and I want to just review it with you real quick. Now, we have everything narrowed down by high school, elementary, middle school, high school. And so we're going to click the high school button. Of course, again, it's limitlesslibraries.org. And we have some new features on here where they've narrowed it down to the downloads and research tools. I'm going to take a quick look at the downloads. Some of these you might be familiar with. Hoopla, I love to talk about. And lynda.com is something I started talking about last year. Some of you might not know about it, but this is a great feature. A lot of your personal projects might be hit with just exploring lynda.com and learning things as simple as learning how to use Excel or learning how to code. There's so much on here, and we're going to peek into that in just a second. Overdrive is your ebooks and audiobooks that you download. It's a downloadable app. Again, all of the things I'm showing you right here in the downloads is all accessible with your Limitless Libraries card. Reminder, a Limitless Libraries card is your student ID, and your PIN number is your birth date in a 4-digit fashion. So if your birth date is September 8th, like your favorite librarian, then it would be 0908. Odillo is the new Spanish-speaking database that has Spanish-speaking ebooks, audiobooks, and magazines available to you. RB Digital is a audiobook warehouse, and this RB Digital magazine collection that I used to teach you as Zenio is now just called RB Digital. We're going to start and look at Hoopla real quick. Hoopla is it's basically like Kindle, Spotify, Netflix all in one. It's streaming access up to 10 items per month. I really love this site. It used to have ebooks this year, or started last year. They stopped carrying the ebooks on it, so now you'll just find audiobooks, ebooks, and comics, videos, and music, which is still a great feature. Lynda.com I want to look at really fast. This is one of my fastest growing things I love to share with people because this can take you where you need to go. Again, it's your student ID. If you're a teacher, it's different. And your PIN number, which is your birth date in a 4-digit fashion. Here we are on Lynda, and where you can choose different learning paths where you basically take a whole course and it's all online. You can scroll into the library and really get a good look at some of the different options you can study at. If you want to learn more about Audacity, how to record, GarageBand, Logic, Pro Tools, or business, just learning the different management, leadership, data analysis, CAD. If you're interested in becoming an engineer, this is a great place to look at and get some coursework under your belt and some certificates. This is linked with LinkedIn, which is a great online resume building website. So looking at this, if you were wanting to learn more about video editing, I know some of you are in audiovisual and Premiere Pro is one of your things that you're working on, you can click on the Premiere Pro app and have a catalog of resources available to you on how to work Premiere Pro. And what's great about these courseworks, you can get into the courseworks and block out exactly even if you already know some about Pro Tools, or excuse me, not Pro Tools, Premiere Pro, you can scroll to what you're working on. If you're stuck on a certain part of Premiere Pro, you can scroll to that and get a video tutorial, and you can download and save these different types of video tutorials. Next thing I wanted to show you in the downloads on Limitless Libraries, RB Digital magazines. which again we used to teach as Zenio. Now on this, you create your own account. Same thing. You use your library ID as your library card, or your student ID as your library card, and your PIN number is your birthday. What's great about this with your personal project, if you already know kind of the direction you're going, maybe you want to learn how to be a better bicyclist. I'm kind of working on that right now. There are magazines available where you can get some great articles and learn more about your field. Let's say if you're learning more about science, you've got lots of articles. It's not just that one article, it's backlog of different magazines where you can find articles that'll help you in your personal project of learning more. Maybe you want to ride a boat. There you go. You've got boating magazines, kayaking. There's so many different avenues you can go on here. If you're learning healthy eating, running, losing weight, building muscle, different things that you can do to on your personal project, you can see quickly that there's a wealth of information where you can use this in your personal project. So we just finished looking through some of the downloads. Now we're going to move over to the research tools. Remember, I'm in the high school section of limitlesslibraries.org. So clicking on the research tools, and now remember, this is not just for your personal project that you're working on. This might be for something else at school that you're working on. These are all databases that are available to you through Limitless Libraries. One of the ones I want you to look at, because this might hit some of you on your personal project, is Artist Works. Again, to get started, all you have to do is you add in your student ID and your password. I'm just going to briefly show you some of the course listings of things that you can work on with your personal project. Now remember, in your personal project you will need to have 5 different resources of where you got your information from. So under Artist Works, this is if you might be learning how to learn an instrument or become better at a unique instrument. I know my daughter, my eldest, when she did her personal project, she wanted to learn how to play the ukulele, and this might have been a resource that she could have used and cited in her research. Again, I want to try and wrap up some of these different resources available to you in the research, but there's pop culture, your research and context. Sir's Knowledge is a great resource. If you're learning a different language, this has them all. It doesn't just have your Spanish and your French and your basic languages like Chinese. It has, if you want to learn Haitian, if you're wanting to learn Gaelic, Irish, they have thousands, they just about have every language known in the transparent language online, where you can learn how to speak different languages and tutorials. If you're wanting to do with your personal project anything with health and wellness and teen issues, I highly recommend this Rosen Teen Health is a great resource for you to cite and to pull your articles. And again, it's your student ID. Okay, last thing I want to do while we're on Limitless Libraries is to make sure you know how to search your Limitless Libraries catalog, which also is the catalog for what things are available here at Hillsboro. Now, something that's a personal project for me right now is learning more about Japan, because I'm planning a trip to Japan currently. So I could go on here, and I have too many books to look at. 7,000 books, I can't exactly find what I'm looking for. So make sure whenever you're researching that you search for within our school. Let me hit back again and make sure you hit your library. There we go. And now try your search again. We're still at a high return rate, but what we can do now is narrow down to just what's available at Hillsborough. And then you can also narrow down with what's just a book that has information about Japan. And so now you can tell what things are available here in Hillsborough's library, but you can also see the entire collection. You can narrow it down to by the collection. Nonfiction would help me in my research, but I also might want a fiction story to kind of help me understand a little bit, just perspectives. So searching through here whenever you're researching, if you find the book that you're looking for, I actually want to look and see if I can find the Fodor book, which is a great travel book. If you are going on a trip anywhere, make sure you look up the Fodor books. This one's actually checked out. And this one's available here, and you can see that it's found in the nonfiction section. This is the actually one that I wanted. Remember, when you place a hold on something, all you have to do is put your student ID and your PIN number. And when you make your request, make sure you have Hillsborough High as the selected, and then you submit your hold request, and it will be sent to the library, and we'll deliver it. Typically, we deliver during your 1A block, but if it's not a 1A and it comes on a B day, you can come by the library and see if it's available. And this is how long it typically takes a book to get to you. Think about it's maybe in Goodlettsville where this book is at. They have to send it to the main branch and then they send it to us. So typically that's about 2 to 3 days for delivery. But also look when you're making these requests for books. If the book is checked out and you're just waiting for it, sometimes it could take a week or 2 weeks because it all depends on when that other library patron returns the book. And when you get that email that says your book is available, that doesn't necessarily mean it's available then. It means that it's been checked in at the main branch and that they are sending it to our school. So you can typically expect to receive it within 24 hours at Hillsborough's location. I want to go ahead and wrap things up for you. Again, this is all found on limitlesslibraries.org. We do have many more resources available to you on burrowlibrary.com that are from Hillsborough Collection, but this is available to all students at Metro Nashville Public Schools. We truly are a lucky city that gets to work with our public libraries, and they support us so much. I really hope you take advantage of these resources and get to become more familiar with them. Again, if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to come to the library and ask for help. We love to help you.